Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Months Report. Well, it's been a wet week here in southeast Queensland, and that seems to be the theme for the weekend ahead as the rain continues to hover over us. Joining us is trainer Chris Muntz from Eagle Farm. Welcome, mate. How's the week been for yourself in the wet and the stable with all this rain about? Has it affected things too much for yourself?
Yeah, g'day, Adam. No, look, it's been pretty good. The stables have held up. The horses have still been able to get out and get exercise into their legs. Probably just had to alter a few training routines as we've gone along, but otherwise it's sort of been pretty much business as usual, and just trying to keep the horses as healthy as we can in this weather.
Yeah, okay. And just before the big wet arrived, Boom Nova got in there, kept the stable's winning run going with a strong win at the Doomben Twilight meeting last Friday. I must have been glad to see her break through, given the promise that she's shown earlier, and obviously the opinion you've had of her.
Yeah, look, she's a really nice filly, Adam. Obviously, her first start, she just got beat behind Rothfire and Kisakano, who were two quality 3-year-olds, and then she was a bit new first up, but was able to improve enough to go on and win a maiden, which, as it turns out, was quite a strong maiden. The second and third horses have got good ability, so I think she'll go on with it now. I just think she's a very, very nice filly going forward for the future.
Yeah, excited to see what she can do moving forward, and congratulations to all the winning connections there. It was also another top performance from Rhapsody Rose. She didn't win, but she picked up a black type placing in the listed Callaway Gal, and obviously did her Magic Million claims no harm at all.
Yeah, I was really, really pleased with her effort, Adam. She, she was up on speed, probably a little bit fresh. Probably went into the race a bit underdone and raced a bit aggressive, a bit fresh, but she'll certainly strip a lot fitter after Saturday. I won't run her again now till Magic Millions Day. I'll just give her a trial on the 5th or a jump out, and then she'll go into Magic Millions Day. Just hope that she can draw a gate, but be nice to ride her a little bit quiet as well in the jump out, because I do think she's going to be a nice filly ridden back and a bit more conservatively and learning how to finish a race off. So really looking forward to Magic Millions Day with her.
Yeah, exciting time. She really, even after being pressured early on in the straight, she still finished off well, didn't she? So excited to see what she can do in the big one. Obviously, I think the latest order of entry, she was around the 10th mark after that performance on the weekend, around 10th in the order of entry.
Yeah, so look, I mean, I think you can safely say she'll get in the race. Look, if I had to run her somewhere just as a precaution, I will, but in a perfect world, I'd prefer not to. I'd rather just go straight to the race.
Very good. And speaking of Magic Millions, during the week, the stable sent out some information to your database and owners regarding the upcoming yearling sales, which are just around the corner, and obviously seeking interest for anyone that, is eyeing off a certain type of horse or some, horse that fits into a certain price bracket. And you guys are no doubt busy on that front as well, doing your homework leading into the sales.
Yeah, there's a lot of horses this year, Adam. Yeah, it's a big book to go through, but I'm sure we'll putting in the hard work. We'll be able to come away with some nice horses.
Well, yeah, it's a recipe you've followed successfully in the past, and obviously Rhapsody Rose, she's the flag bearer at the moment, isn't she? She came from the sale last year, not a really, really expensive purchase, and obviously she's all ahead of her, isn't it?
Well, it is. Like you're right, she was an expensive filly. She's 120, and she's earned pretty much most of that back now. Plus, she's stakes place, so she's worth more than that every day of the week, just from a breeding prospect. So, you can shop well there. You can find value. You don't need to be paying 2 and 3 and 400,000 for yearlings unnecessarily. So, this is where we've just got to put in the hard work and try and find a bit of value for our clients.
Very good. And obviously you don't want to put the cart before the horse. Obviously she's not in the race yet, but you must be proud of that record that you've been able to have with runners in the Magic Million race in your sort of short time training.
Yeah, it is. 2-year-olds, although they're easy to train, they're very fragile horses. They're very fragile as well. So it's a fine line how much pressure you can put on them, but you've just got to be able to read your horse and spend a bit of time with them and know when know the signs of what they're telling you as we go along.
Yeah, certainly. And you've never been a big spender, competing against some of these stables spending, sort of $200,000, $500,000 plus. So no, credit to yourself and the stable there.
Yeah, no, look, we don't, we haven't got the luxury of being able to go spend 500,000 or 500,000 on yearlings. But as I said before, we try and look for value. We try and look for the confirmation, the quality of the horse on looks probably more than actual breeding pedigree sort of thing. But it's always nice when you get a filly like Rhapsody Rose who's got a bit of both.
Very good. All right. Well, speaking of value, let's get into the preview for the weekend. It's a little lighter on for the stable this week, as we've become accustomed to. Just the 4 runners engaged across the weekend. Let's start with Saturday's feature, Doomben meeting. The headline act for the stable is the impressive last start winner Goldschlager in the $200,000 listed Gold Edition plate over the 1200. She's certainly back with the big guns here, isn't she? Strong field, but she's aided by a nice draw in barrier 2 for Matthew McGilvray.
Yeah, and she has been thrown straight in the deep end, but there's a couple of reasons. I've got no doubt she'll handle the wet. She's drawn well. She's in form. Her pedigree suggests she'll handle the wet, and she was only beaten a couple of lengths in a good stakes race last preparation. The Dalrello, she was 50, 60 to 1 that day, and she was only beaten 2 lengths and was extremely unlucky not to finish closer. So, look, I know Isotope, it couldn't have been more impressive than what it was the other day, but my filly's going to get the right run. She's going to put herself on speed, and as I said, she will handle the wet. I've got no doubt about that, and she's in form. So, when you've got fillies like this where you've got to try and get a bit of black type beside their name, you don't get many opportunities. So, hence the reason we're running her on Saturday.
Yeah, that's interesting. The confidence in the wet also, I guess, is that what you've seen from her with her stride at track work, or obviously you mentioned the pedigrees there, so that's one tick in the box. But what do you sort of what's the insight there about why you think she will handle it?
No, well, the dam loved it. Gold Slick, she absolutely loved the wet, and she was a Bradbury's Luck, and as we know, the Bradbury's Lucks they all swim in the wet. So she's not a big long striding filly, but that could get bogged down on her. I think she's just got the right sort of action, and as I said, the deep fields can handle it, and I do believe that on the dam side is probably what's going to take her through.
Very good. Well, we mentioned value, and she certainly is. So interesting to see how she goes. The other runner on the Doomben program is Kavak, who drops back from racing in that sort of top 3-year-old company to a Class 3 over the 1350 here. How do you think he sort of lines up in this company, and also how will he go on the wet?
Well, the reason we elected to go this race, I mean, we need to know if he's going to be able to run a trip on Magic Million Day. That's when I say the trip, the 1400 of the 3-year-old Guinea. So we weren't expecting the track to be this wet. He'll probably still have to go around, and we've just got to have to find out one way or the other what race we go for. If he can't run the 1350 tomorrow, well, he's not going to run the 1400 on Magic Millions Day, which means we'd have to probably freshen him up and bring him back to the sprint race. So probably it's a learning curve on Saturday with the horse as to where we want to go with him for the future. But I mean, the horse has certainly been, the last couple of runs from bad draws, he's been used up a lot. Hasn't drawn the best again on Saturday, but the 1350, I think he gets a big long straight down the back to find the spot wherever he wants to be, whether that's in front or whether that's behind with a bit of cover. That's going to have to be Larry's job as to where he puts the horse, and to give him every chance to run the 1350 out. I'm thinking that he will, and Larry seems to believe that he will, and so I suppose Saturday we're just going to find out one way or another whether he can.
Okay, interesting to see how he goes in that different level of grade and with that extra trip. On Friday night, 3 Point Missile heads to the Sunshine Coast where he chases his 3rd straight win. He seems to handle the wet based on past form. How do you think he measures up here?
Yeah, well, he's had a little bit of time between runs. He had a small little issue there when he went out to the paddock after his last win. It's completely 100% now, but just put us back a week, and it's probably been a benefit for the horse. He's freshened up nicely. He's drawn well. Travis knows him after riding him last start. So, look, I think he's racing with a lot of confidence now, and it's certainly not a race that he wouldn't be competitive in.
Yeah, very good. And then the final runner for the weekend is Thrasher, and this is, of course, weather pending. The Gold Coast has had a lot of rain later on in the week. Thrasher's entered for a 2,200 metre race, which will probably seem like further if this rain hangs around. You wanted to step her out in trip, though, haven't you? So she gets her chance here if the race and the meeting goes ahead.
Yeah, well, look, she's just had like staying written all over her from day one. This filly, she's just got no natural gait speed. Just wants to find her feet and relax and settle. But she always seems to be getting home and striking hard luck. So I'm hoping the 2200 there, she's able to sort of just find her feet as she normally does. Be nice to see her race a couple of lengths closer, but look, at the end of the day, that seems to be her pattern. And then if she can have an uninterrupted run, I've got no doubt the 2200 she'll run out easily. But she's untried on the heavy, and I'm not sure whether she can handle it or not. But look, it's a race. There's not many staying maidens up here, so it's a race we're probably nearly going to be forced to have to go around in, no matter how the track is.
Sure, and only one way to find out, I guess, about the wet, isn't it? Which is the case for a lot of runners over the weekend, no doubt. But all right, mate. Well, thanks a lot for all your insights, and yeah, quite a week. Enjoy a semi-quieter weekend, and good luck to yourself and connections with the runners over the weekend.
Good on you, Adam. Thanks, mate.